decades ago, a dominant junior player who became a professional before she was old enough to drive. 16 years ago, she was in the Wimbledon final but lost to Martina Navratilova. But while her tennis career lasted only a few years, her desire to help others has produced a special kind of silver lining. Jim Huber has today's edition of Page One.
She came to us as a phenomenon, and in a very different sense of the word, Andrea Jaeger remains one still many years later. A pigtailed teenage wonder, she was the youngest seeded player in Wimbledon history at the age of 15 in 1980, the youngest U.S. Open semifinalist just a month later. Only 4 years later, her career ended because of injuries and burnout. But during that marvelous stretch, there was a grand butterfly still emerging. For as she spent her off time with sick children in hospitals around the world, the true phenomenon was gaining form and substance. On those quiet visits, her heart grew, and after moving to Aspen, Colorado in 1989, she was moved to dedicate her life to giving terminally ill children a breath of life.
The whole mission was to bring opportunities for children with cancer and other life-threatening diseases to enhance their lives and to make things possible on a long-term basis.
She established a charity, the Kid Stuff Foundation, and with the help of friends like John McEnroe and Martina Navratilova, David Robinson and Cindy Crawford, they brought children from all over the world for a week at a time to smell the air and hear the sounds and somehow know that there is life beyond a hospital room. But they stayed in hotels and ate hotel food, and that dream needed walls and a ceiling and its own kitchen. One day, 5 years ago, a friend and his wife, Fritz and Fabi Benedict, changed the dream forever, and soon others joined in.
Fritz and Fabi stepped up and said, you know, we believe in it, and here's land for it. And Ted Forsman said, I believe in it, here's $1.7 million for it. And then literally thousands of other people have come and said, I have $5, paint the wall, put a shingle on.
And now, nearly a decade after the birth of her dream, the $6 million, 18,000-square-foot Silver Lining Ranch, built totally through donations, including the 10 prime acres of Aspen property, becomes reality. As the walls took form, they also took substance. An artist named Ben Brown, over the space of 8 months, at his own expense and delight, gave each child's bedroom life and laughter. A mural on a hallway was begun during a session last December when the ranch was nowhere near finished. Some of the children offered poses of their own.
She built up a rapport with Ben and said, well, do you think you can paint me with 2 legs? Because I lost my leg to cancer and she didn't have an artificial leg. She says, but, I'd really like to have 2 legs. And so Ben came and
That's
did that.
how she sees herself. She sees herself whole, and because she's lost an eye and lost a leg to the cancer, she didn't want to be represented that way.
And so on the final day of June, in the last year of the 20th century, as workers were still hammering and drilling, the very first children arrived to stay at the Silver Lining Ranch.
Hi, I'm Andrea. I'm glad you got here. How was the
20 in all, with the kind of illnesses that have already changed and threatened their young lives forever. There for a week in Wonderland. The ranch, right inside the Aspen city limits, touches every soul. There's a medical facility and technicians to attend to the children's individual needs. Playrooms with the animated faces of Andrea's tennis friends looking on. A dark room for the young photographers. And a great outdoors that surely will take their minds off radiation and chemotherapy, off the pain of their burdens for just a little while. Always a small group.
I believe the philosophy of one child at a time. And if you can make one child smile or laugh, well, your place in the world has been, I guess, preserved. You carry a lot of what the kids bring. And when you see their strength and their character and their hope in their eyes and in their heart, I mean, it gets you through the darkest hours you could ever have fundraising or, and thoughts of what they've had to go through. You get caught up in the energy and the excitement of helping, and that's what I hold on to. Okay, piggyback ride.
In Aspen, Colorado, I'm Jim Huber.
Incredible story of triumph, and we have another with our panel.